Act 1, Scene 5. Matthias curses the soldiers who have retreated from the battle as he berates the citizens in the first scene of the play. The criticism is meant to make the men to follow him into the battlefield, but they are convinced that they cannot win and allow Matthias to enter the city of Coriolanus alone. Latius and laments that Matthias, even though he is a soldier of the caliber that he is, will be unable to come out of the city alive because he is in enemy territory. And while they are ruminating and regretting the daring action of Matthias to enter into the city of Coriolanus, Matthias comes out of the city covered in blood and with some wounds. Much to their surprise, this gives them courage, and they rush into the city to finish up the job that Matthias had started. Even as Matthias appears to be more eloquent and leader-like in the previous scene, here he shows that not even soldiers are immune to his wrath and displeasure. Although he means to encourage the men to join in battle, he does not have the rhetorical skills to do so through words. Matthias leads by example, though it is an example that is very difficult to follow. His heroism and ferocity are unique, and this scene shows that he can achieve well by himself and on his own terms, but he is not an easy person to follow by any means. This scene shows that his men do not have either the strength or the courage to be able to follow him, and he certainly is unable to persuade them that they should be like him. Latius' comment and lament is proof of the good and excellent soldier that Matthias is, but also how extreme he can dare. There is metaphor when Matthias is referred to as coupled cool and tired, to testify that Matthias is a great soldier who is able to stand alone and who cannot be outmatched by any. The fact that he enters Coriolanus and comes out alive is testimony that he is a one-man army. There is also the use of allusion to Cato to show how Matthias is the ideal of a Roman soldier. His boldness seems to have no limits, and he is completely dedicated to what he does. Matthias enters the city alone, yet he comes out alive to prove his soldiership and bravery. Matthias' bravery and actions are motivated by patriotism. The Romans come out of the city of Coriolanus with spoils. Matthias comes up to them and curses them for looting the city rather than fighting. Matthias does not pursue the men because he spots Ophidius and wishes to fulfill his promise of fighting when he meets him. Latius takes new men to secure the city, while Matthias approaches Ophidius and fights him despite his wounds. Again, Matthias speaks with warlike eloquence, with disdain for those who are not dedicated to fight like him. He shows himself to be a valiant soldier. He is wounded, yet he insists to fight with the brave Ophidius. Nevertheless, during the fight, Ophidius' men come to interject, making Ophidius to escape. Matthias seems to be charmed by the fair goddess of fortune, and this is mentioned in relation to his luck in battle.